Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. D. Madhavi. I am going to teach data structures this semester. So, what is data? Data is simply a collection of raw facts. And what is information? Information is nothing but a semantically organized data. So, data arranged in appropriate sequence in a meaningful way is nothing but information. And then in data structure, we have two parts. One is data and the other one is structure. So how to organize the data in the memory so that you can retrieve it in an efficient manner. So data structure is representation of the logical relationship existing between individual elements of data. Data structure is a specialized format for organizing and storing data in memory that considers not only the elements stored but also their relationship to each other. So there are three aspects here. One is an algorithm, the second one is data structure, and third one is program. So an algorithm is a step-by-step process of solving a problem. And a data structure is about organizing the data and feeding the data to the program. And a program is written in a programming language and making use of the data structure and algorithm. So the data structure affects the design of both structural and functional aspects of the program. So data structures are many types, especially we already studied about the primitive data types, that is integer, character, float, and also a non-primitive data type, that is array. So array can store a group of elements. Similarly, so many types of arrays are there: single dimensional array, two-dimensional array, multi-dimensional array, and so on. And so many operations are also associated with an array. You can store elements into an array. Similarly, you can also retrieve elements from an array. So mainly, lists is the important data structure. List means a sequence of elements, a data structure capable of storing a sequence of elements. So a list can be implemented using an array or a linked list. So linked list is another sequential data structure. Similarly, stack is a sequential data structure. Queue is a sequential data structure, and so on. What is stack? Stack is simply last in first out structure. Say suppose if you pile up some books on a table, so the book that is kept on the pile lastly will be removed first. Until you remove the first book, you cannot remove the second book, and so on. So that is the last in first out characteristic of a stack. And it is associated with the two important operations, that is push for insertion and pop for deletion. Similarly, queue is a first in first out data structure. So it is also a sequential data structure. You can just remind of standing in a queue before a cinema theater for collecting your tickets. So whoever stands first in the queue will get the ticket first, and the second in queue will get the ticket second, and so on. So that is first in, first out. That is the characteristic of a queue. In queue also you can insert elements and also delete elements. So you can insert elements only from the rear end of the queue. It is like an open pipe. From one end, insertions happen, and from the other end, that is the front end, deletions will happen in a queue data structure. Similarly, linked list. So all the elements are stored in node structure in which it has two partitions. In one partition of the node, you have the data, and in the second partition of the node, you have the address of the next node of similar type. So a chain of nodes will be connected to each other in order to store data. And the advantage of this linked list is you can have the physical memory locations residing at various places, need not be sequential in order, because we'll be storing the address of the next nodes in the node structure. And it can grow dynamically and shrink dynamically. So there are so many advantages of linked list data structure. And in linked list, there are many types, that is single linked list, double linked list, and circular linked list. And circular linked list can be implemented using single linked list as well as double linked list. And there are also non-linear data structures such as trees and graphs. So what is a tree? You can observe in a physical world, a tree has so many branches and leaves. So in data structures also, in the reverse way, it starts with a root node and then it has so many branches. And each branch will have nodes, child nodes. We call them as children. And the children in turn can have branches and also child nodes. So there is a relation between the root node, that is grandparent, and its child as a parent, and its child as a grandchild. And so many levels are maintained in the tree. So all the nodes residing on the same level are called as siblings. And the nodes at the end of the tree, that means at the last level, are called as leaves. That means leaf nodes doesn't have any child nodes. They are the terminating nodes. And coming to graphs, so a graph is again a collection of nodes and edges. It is also like a tree, but a tree doesn't have any cycles or double edges, whereas a graph does have cycles and double edges. So it is like a telecommunication network. A telecommunication network or a traffic network can be represented using graphs. So there are so many algorithms in graphs to find the shortest route and to arrange the nodes in an order and so on. So directly the data structures are operated upon the machine level instructions are called as primitive data structures. So the primitive data structures are nothing but your integer, floating point number, character, strings, pointers, etc. all fall into this category. And the most commonly used operation on this primitive data structure is to create, select, update, and delete. And coming to the non-primitive data structures, they emphasize on structuring of a group of homogeneous or heterogeneous data items. So in array, you can store only homogeneous data items, whereas in a linked list, you can store heterogeneous data items. It is in the definition of the node structure. So you can define the node structure in such a way that it can accommodate heterogeneous data elements. And for non-primitive data structures, some other extra operations are associated, that is traversing a list, traversing a tree, traversing a graph, insertion operation as usual, deletion, merging of two graphs, merging of two heaps, and then selection, searching, sorting. So these are the other operations that can be associated with these non-primitive data structures. So we'll continue in the next class, and thank you for your listening.